Welcome to Releasing Resistance, doing what we know we need to do to have the life that we want to have. Welcome back, everybody, to Find Your Morning Flow. I'm Jackie McDonald, and I'm excited to lead you through a quick, short tapping sequence this morning to move through any resistance that you're feeling at the start of your week so that you can really start off strong and feel really powerful in what you're doing. I did this 5-day Find Your Morning Flow a few weeks ago, and I had such a great time with everybody and just sharing a few moments together each morning that I decided to come back and do it again. And everything I do is pretty much an experiment, and it worked. So here I am again. I was supposed to go on Instagram Live at the same time, but my computer decided to reboot and upload, and it's not letting me. So I'm going to try and upload this later. If anyone's watching on Instagram, welcome. I'm so honored to have you here as well. So there's things that we need to get done every day in order to live a successful life, and they're usually quite simple. For me, a lot of that is self-care, whether that's meditation, tapping, writing. Then there's physical things like moving our body, and then there's financial things like paying people or asking for money. And sometimes we very clear what we need to do, but we're just resistant to actually going out and doing it and getting started. So this is when I love to use tapping because it kind of clears the air. Sometimes when we're resistant, we can feel that heaviness in the air, that shame and guilt that comes with it, knowing that I know I shouldn't be on Instagram or Facebook scrolling right now. I know I should be doing other things. And this is a great way to kind of interrupt that process, clear out that energy, and start fresh. So I don't know who's joining me live. I can't see anyone quite yet, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I invite you to just take a few moments to yourself this morning with me to close your eyes and just tune in. And take a comfortable breath, just setting aside any of the to-dos that you are going to later today, knowing that they'll be there for you when you're ready. And just creating this nice space for you this morning to tune into yourself, to your intuition, and to your power. And I want you to think about that thing that you know you need to do. And just notice if there's any resistance that comes up in the body. Maybe it's in the heart or the head, or maybe it's in the gut. And I want you to give that feeling a number on a scale of 0 to 10. How intense is that feeling? And we're going to use that number to check in at the end and see if that's lessened. All right, so we're going to start tapping on the side of the hand. And we're going to say, even though I've been putting this off and I feel guilty about it, I accept myself anyway, deeply and completely. All right, and we're thinking about that thing we know we really need to do. And we're going to say, even though I have all of this resistance to doing what I need to do, I accept myself anyway. Great job. I'm going to say, even though I feel annoyed and frustrated with myself for not doing what I know I need to do, I accept myself anyway, deeply and completely. Good job. And now we're going to tap on the top of the head. And if you haven't tapped with me before, no worries. This is just follow along. We're going to say, all this resistance, eyebrow point, taking action feels hard. Side of the eye, I don't know where to begin. Underneath the eye, I just want to keep ignoring this. Underneath the nose, but I know that it's taking my energy from me. Underneath the mouth, ignoring what I need to do is making it worse. Collarbone point, any shame, guilt, or discomfort I have right now. Underneath the arms, it's safe for me to start letting it go. Underneath the chest, I can start with what's easy for me today. Wrist point, I can start small and simple. Top of the head, any resistance that I'm holding on to right now. Eyebrow point, I give myself permission to gently start letting it go. Good job. Side of the eye, clearing the air of this resistance this morning. Underneath the eye, giving myself permission to let it go. Underneath the nose, making room for what I want and I desire. Underneath the mouth, choosing to release this now. All right, good job. Taking a nice, comfortable breath, and just close your eyes again and notice that resistance that you were feeling before around that certain area of your life. And maybe it's a little bit lesser. You know, for me, I felt it in my chest, and it was probably about a 7 to start, and now it feels like a 4. So I can tell that this is working, that it's soothing my nervous system. I'm like, okay, let's simplify. Let's bring it back down to what really matters. So we're going to do one more round, and then I'm going to set you off for your day. So we're going to go ahead and tap on the side of the hand and say, even though I still have some resistance, I am choosing to release it now. Good job. Even though I still want to avoid doing what I need to do, I know I will feel better once it's done. Good job. Even though I still have some fear and discomfort, I recognize the part of me that feels this way now. Good job. So recognizing that part of you that's feeling uncomfortable and afraid. So we're going to go top of the head and say any fear, shame, or worry that I'm holding on to. Eyebrow point, any avoidance that I'm having this morning. Side of the eye, I forgive myself for not getting started. Underneath the eye, I forgive myself for distracting myself from what really matters. Underneath the nose, I forgive myself for scrolling endlessly through social media. Underneath the mouth, I forgive myself for putting pressure to be better. Collarbone point, any pressure, shame, or fear that I'm feeling right now. Underneath the arms, it's safe for me to start letting it go. Underneath the chest, I'm doing the best that I can. Go to the wrist point and say, I know what I will feel better once I get this done. Top the head, I'm willing to make this process easy on myself today. Eyebrow point, I'm ready to get started on the next right move for me. Side of the eye, clearing out the resistance that's in my life today. Underneath the eye, opening up to curiosity and possibility. Underneath the nose, letting this be an experiment. Underneath the mouth, allowing this to be fun. Collarbone point, all these things that I take so seriously. Underneath the arms, I'm ready to lighten up the mood. Underneath the chest, and move forward in my day that feels easy and fun. Wrist point, releasing any criticism or resistance now, and allowing myself to feel free. All right. Taking a nice comfortable breath, and I definitely feel lighter in my body, and I'm like, okay, it's like opening the door to ourselves so that we have an opening to go in, and whether it's doing a meditation or doing some writing or doing some tapping, this is kind of like the prep, like, okay, we can clear out the muck that's been in the way and open the door to ourselves today and what really matters to us. And the last thing I'll say is, this is a subconscious block to success. If we're resisting doing the thing that we know works, we know success is quite simple. And especially when it comes to mindset work, there's just a few simple things that if you do every day, they work. But we're resistant to doing them because it could be we're afraid to actually succeed. What if we actually get everything we want? So I'm going to be talking about this tomorrow in my tapping membership. It's $27 a month, and we're doing a live call, and I would welcome you to come. If you're having this resistance show up over and over again, working one-on-one with someone can be really powerful. So I hope to see you there, and I hope you have an awesome start to your day. And I'm going to end by reading you this poem called Intuition. And it says, learn to value solitude. Learn to gamble on your gut and let it guide you. You already have everything you need. No one else can direct your next step or illuminate your way. Learn to love the universe inside you. It will never, ever lead you astray. Have an awesome day, guys.